Hello everyone, Not Ever here. Welcome back for the second half of this three-part series for turn 3. It's going to be another slow turn for Army Group Center here. We're basically going to try and get ourselves into position for the coming attacks in the following turns. What I'd like to do here is send these forces here in the top panzer group, the greens, these lime green colors here. We're going to try and attack Smolensk from this way. What I'm going to do is send this motorized infantry and this panzer up this way. We're actually going to threaten the army up here. This is the 27th Army headquarters. We're going to try and threaten them by moving up to here. And then we're going to move the panzers over to about here. On the following turn, we're going to try and flank around this way and threaten Smolensk from the rear, while in this turn reinforcing the front around Vitebsk, making sure that we hold it in the coming turns. Now, if they try to counterattack, I mean, we should be able to push them back here, and we should be able to hold Vitebsk. We're not in a bad position here. I'm not really worried about this guy. He is, flanked by these 3 infantry divisions, but 2 of them are across a river, a major river as well. And this one here doesn't have a lot of a combat attack. You can see it's only got 4 combat value, or 2 combat value rather, 4 movement. So the 2 combat value doesn't really concern me. We're in a city with a panzer with 18 combat value, so I think we'll be fine there. Elsewhere on this turn, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to, if we can get down here properly, there we go, it's a little better. I'm going to also try and, I've decided to attack Mogilev, and what we're going to do is we're going to try and flank through this way. On the coming turn, we're going to attack right through the city, and hopefully cross the river here, the Dnieper, and we'll be that way south of Smolensk. Smolensk is right up here, and we'll be able to threaten to turn them back up here. They'll have to retreat from this position. They'll be caught in the middle, and they'll be forced to be surrounded and surrender. So what I'm going to do is send my panzers this way. None of them are really quite in position to attack the city this turn, so we're going to try and get in position, try and cross this river here where we can, and the next turn we'll punch right through that city and hopefully cross the river and get out into this open plain down here. Elsewhere, these guys here, I'm going to try and consolidate this pocket as much as I can. So I'm going to try and pull some units away from there. Of course, that panzer, this motorized here. I like to get them, and this guy here, away from this pocket and try and get them towards their positions that I'd like to have them in. But there's not really a lot of infantry, only really these 2 infantry divisions and these 2 down here in position to maybe help out in this pocket. So it's going to be, I'd like to get as many away as I can from that pocket and get them towards their positions over there. But we'll see what happens. Otherwise, it's going to just be a turn of pulling these guys here, these armies out of this pocket here, and pushing them further towards the east. So let's go ahead and get started on that. The next turn, I think, is also not the next turn. Sorry, the next phase with the Army Group South is also going to be just a phase of consolidating our position, moving everyone into a better position so they can get into a good position to attack next turn, and we'll try and crush them really fast here. Make them surrender. Oh, they're going to retreat? Come on, guys. Help me out here a little bit. 35-3 odds, 4,200 men lost. Just know when you're beaten. Know when you're beaten, Russia. There you go. And there we go. So now we're going to start moving our guys up. Oh, sorry, one more guy here. One more little brigade. And, oh, the Bialystok. we didn't even take the city. So they're actually going to evacuate to Murmansk. Where is Murmansk? I feel like that's way out on the coast or something. It's a weird position, too. Anyways, we'll come back to that. So let's just start moving these guys up. What I probably should have done in the last video, you saw me use a lot of my my admin points to motorize some of these units here, my infantry units up in the north. Probably should have saved that for these guys down here, as there are so many more of them. And I'd like to be able to get these guys in position as well. Let's just keep moving up here. The terrain here, though, in the center is a lot better than it is up north in certain spots. The immediate plain across from the German line right into the Soviet Union, where like Lithuania or Estonia was before it was taken over by the Soviet Union, it's pretty good plain, but after that it gets into light forests the farther north you go, and there's a little bit of swamp up there too, some lakes, so it's not the easiest place to get through. I mean, definitely I would say the southern frontier would probably be the best place, or the easiest place to advance your troops, because it's just such flat terrain down there. Let's try and get all these guys here. We'll even try and get this airfield all the way up here as well. A couple things I did in the last turn as well that I didn't show you on camera. I moved one airfield in the north that I wasn't happy with the position of. Not really a big deal. I moved a couple headquarters up that I forgot about, the 18th Army Group in the north. But other than that, this turn, overall is basically just moving troops back and forth right now. Trying, not back and forth, but trying to get them into a position where I'm more happy with their placement, so that in the future we can punch right through the Soviet lines without too much fanfare. Look at these guys all moving up here on a nice little line. Just try and get a couple more guys up here like this. Try and do this as quickly as possible. I know no one wants to really watch. No one wants to watch this. Me move airfields around, but I mean that is the game at the same time. I mean it is just basically moving troops back and forth and trying to. There is a strategy to it. Managing logistics as well is an important aspect of the game. But there's a lot of movement, extra movement. I think that could be cut out of the game too. We'll try and actually get this guy into position here. We'll use him. I think we'll use this motorized division to consolidate this pocket, and we'll try and relieve this panzer here. Move him up this way if we can. Let's get him right there across the river. And this panzer here we'll put... Wait, which one? Yeah, we'll put this one here. We'll get him across the river. And this panzer will actually push all the way over here. Can we even get this one up a little further north? We can. Let's do that then. There we go. So we'll hold that line nice and tight. And that way we have a couple guys in position to strike the city next turn. We'll move up, of course, a couple more guys as well, too. But the big deal here is we want to be in position so that next turn we can attack Mogilev. And hopefully we can break out of it. The Das Reich, we also have... I forgot about them, too. Let's move these guys up here, though, now. Get this... HQ in range of these guys. Probably should have left it there until I attacked with these guys. Oh, classic blunders. Let's move out this guy as well here. This infantry division will get him in position as well. This Panzer Corps here. And hopefully we can even... Can we get an attack? No, we can't get an attack with that guy this turn, unfortunately. Maybe this guy, though. He can do only do a hasty attack. Can't pull off a deliberate attack. But let's try a hasty attack on this. There we go. Tank division nesting and a surrender. Hell yeah. One more attack here. Fortified unit surrenders as well. Yes, nice. Beautiful stuff. So that's a little bit better already. And let's move this Panzer Corps up here. This infantry division all the way down here by his lonesome as well. I'm just going to try and get him as close as we can as the front right now. So I'd like to... Sorry, I have too many monitors. Keep going over the range of my monitor here. So what I want to try and do is get, of course, my infantry to the front lines, especially the infantry that's attached to the panzer groups. That would be the best thing for me, is to be able to get them to the front lines as quickly as possible, so that they can not only help exploit a breakthrough, but also so that they can do a good job of holding the line behind the panzers when they do manage to make a breakthrough. Because you don't want to get your panzers cut off. Actually, I don't know if I pointed it out last video, but I had a unit cut off. The Totenkopf division there in the north was actually cut off because of a unit routed back into position. And it accidentally cut me off there. So, I mean, that was the first unit I've had cut off in the game so far, but I want to try and avoid that as much as possible. Not such a big deal, as we've talked about early on in the game when you're playing as the Germans. It's very difficult for the Soviets to mount any kind of counterattack or any kind of offensive against you, just because they are so much weaker compared to your own troops. But still, I mean, later on in the game, it's going to be very vital to not be cut off. The troops, of course, are going to be very even later on, so it's going to be very important to do my best to be a real strategist type person, and actually try and conserve manpower and try not to just throw people against the walls and such and leave them out in the open and vulnerable to counterattacks. Move all these guys up here. We got a couple more to move here. Another HQ. This infantry corps hasn't even moved up yet, so can we actually get you into the city? No, not quite. Not quite, but that's okay. You can get in the city, though. Nice. So then let's take this infantry division. And I think we're actually going to just force these guys back. There we go. We'll force those guys out. We'll take over this territory just to make sure that no one tries to come behind us. I don't know why they would. I mean, I don't know. I just want to take that territory over, even out the borders a little bit, make it look a little bit nicer. Let's try and make a couple attacks here on these guys as well. Hopefully we can surrender them. Hell yeah. It's one down. We'll try and get rid of this guy as well. Perfect. This guy can do it all himself. General Mayor Vladimir Borisov has been killed. I'm okay with that. That sounds like he's definitely a Soviet commander. Don't know many German commanders named Borisov or Vladimir for that matter. The game is frozen though. Please game, do not break. Oh man. We'll give it a second. If it doesn't work out, then I'll just cut the video here, come back. You know what? I don't think it's even going to save. So if you don't ever see this video, know that the video cut out, and I'm very angry. Um, hmm. I have no recourse for this. Let's see. Hold on, let me try and get the taskbar up here. Doesn't say that it froze or anything. I don't know, man. Can we? Oh, there we go. Maybe just okay. We just had to press a button. That's fine. It's fine. No worries. My little freak out there was completely unfounded. Everything worked out just fine. Okay, great. That was weird though. That was very weird. So let's try and break this guy's down a little bit here as well. Gonna retreat. Okay, not exactly what I wanted, but there we go. Finally gonna surrender that artillery brigade. And one more attack. We can do one more attack, right? Hey, there we go. So we got a couple more guys. We've beaten down this pocket pretty well. Might even be able to get. There's gonna be one guy left over, but oh, that guy's gonna retreat. Come on, man, you're killing me, buddy. Doing some heavy damage though. I mean, let's take a look at the casualties here if we can. So I mean, this turn alone, we've almost 80,000 have been destroyed, for lack of a better word. They've been killed, captured, or wounded. So that's pretty good. We've hit the 200,000 mark there for troops that we've disabled. We've over 500,000 or over 400,000 captured. Getting closer to 420,000, which is great. Can we do much else here? No, I think that's going to be pretty much it. So let's get these troops out here. You know what? We could even on the way to the wherever we're going with this guy. We'll actually try and just knock down this guy. There we go. I'll surrender that one. We'll even try and actually let's get him all the way up here. We'll put him in a position up there. There we go. Perfect. That worked out perfectly. And this Panzer here will also maybe this one. We'll try and get him up. Oh no, we can't. Just want to try and do a little bit more damage here. Force these guys back here. There we go. Routed. Beautiful. And is this actually? Yeah, he's part of the south, so he's fine there. This guy will move into position over here. And we have one more motorized unit down here. Just protect that headquarters for now. And I think that's going to be... Oh, one more here. Sorry, one more. Yeah, so we're just trying to get in position here, as we said. The best thing we can do right now is really try and get ready to attack Mogilev. I would have liked to have been in a little bit better position for it. But it looks like that's about as close as I'm going to get with all these forces here. I would have rather to have had this... Actually, I have the Totenkopf here, don't I? Probably should use them. We'll put them right up here to the city limits as well. There we go. That's a little bit better. So now we have a kind of a little bit of a bridgehead, definitely a bridgehead across that river here, whatever this river is called, this little one. And we're in a pretty good position to strike at the city. My biggest concern right now is that they'll withdraw from the south here, and they might try and reinforce behind the line. So they might try and take these units here and put them back this way to prevent a breakthrough going this way. But I mean, that's pretty. I think that would be pretty advanced for the AI. I don't think they'd be able to pull that off. So, you know, here's hoping. Here's hoping they don't try to counter me too hard that way. But that's probably what I might consider if I saw it built up like that. Not that it would be, you know, necessarily smart to weaken your entire flank like that, your entire southern flank, but it's probably what I would do. Move these guys all up. Actually, where are the... Oh, the headquarters is over there. Okay, well, is this one headquarters that's attached? Wow, this guy has a lot of people under him. I might have to reorganize this one. I'll do that on my own time, though. I think you don't need to see that. How many divisions does he have? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he's got 9 troops, and it looks like he's got 6 of them are regiments. So I guess he's got 3 divisions total. 4 divisions total? 4 divisions total, I think. So that's not too bad, actually. He might be able to stay with that one. We might have to regroup those regiments, though, and try and make them back into full divisions. The L Corps here, let's move them up as well. We'll try and get them into the action here. This one, we'll get him all the way up. And the L Corps move up there. So, I mean, this is pretty good. Actually, we've got to move these air bases up as well here. Let's move this one all the way up if we can. Try and get it as close as possible to the coming attack, so that we don't have to relocate them immediately after the attack is finished when we break through that line there in the south, or in the middle. Sorry, let's get around Minsk here, and one more airfield back here. Is that it? Got a couple of these security divisions here. They are probably... I want to like dismiss them. I want to disband them maybe. I could disband them. I don't know. Maybe I'll keep them. I'll keep them for now. We'll see what happens. They're probably not going to be able to move very far, are they? They've got like, it's not too bad actually. Yeah, I might move them up a little bit. There's not really any point to keep them back here, so let's move them up. We'll try and get them maybe around Minsk, just in case of partisan activity. I don't know if there's partisan activity in this game, actually. I didn't think about that. And then down over here, these guys are the second army. The second army is attached to the south, right? I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's mostly everything we wanted to do. It looks like we've moved up all the guys we can, really. This one actually here, I'm going to move him up as well. And this HQ too. Yeah, let's move this HQ up so it's in better spots. There we go. And that's going to be it, I think, for the Army Group Center. So as you can see, we're kind of getting ready. Oh, we forgot to move up these guys here as well. We'll move this one right here to force that HQ back. And then we'll move this guy up here, and we'll kind of protect that flank there. Actually, I have to move this one too. Actually, it looks like I haven't moved. I could even move him over here and threaten behind as well. That might be not a bad idea too. Let's do that. Let's get him trying in there. Try and get him in there, sorry, to get behind there. Kind of show them that we're going to threaten that flank. Move him. No, he's fine where he is. Don't want to move him too far up. And next turn, looks like we're poised to break through right now. Could even move this guy up as well here. Get him really deep into their lines. I think they're going to have to react to that now. So as you can see now, we're threatening to get around Smolensk in the north here. So we're trying to threaten them this way. They should be able to pull some troops over this way to block us, I think. They might even pull these guys back to counterattack. But I mean, that'll only weaken the line over here. But it all really doesn't matter. I mean, the main thrust I want to have come down here in the south. If we can take Smolensk from the north up here, that'd be great. I'd be happy with that. But I mean, I think that most of the work is going to have to come through Mogilev down here. So we'll see how that turns out on the next turn here. But that is going to be it for me. So thanks, guys, for watching the Army Group Center video. And we'll come back in hopefully a little bit with the next video for Army Group South. So thanks, guys, and have a great day.